All right, I am back online, and it's been like over a week, and I figured let me chill. I am back down in Alabama. Oh, this filter is all messing it up. Let me turn this off. I am back down in Alabama. I have not been in my place in Alabama for quite some time. It's been like since like ages, and I'm usually not away this far, this long. I haven't been up in New York for such an extended period of time. Why am I... Where's my webcam filters here? Yeah, see, I got the green screen. So, chilling with electricity. I'm celebrating. I'm back down here. I usually come down here in January, and I come back in April, down in the Gulf Coast. Nice. But it's been a while. The last time I was here, I sold my excavator so I can buy more Kaspa. And let me get back to this heat map right here. There we go. And we got a lot of stuff going on. I was sick for about 3 days, and then I recovered, and it's been like 6 days that I can't get rid of the goddamn congestion, the damn cough, and that's the reason why I haven't been making any videos or going live or anything like that, man. It's just been like nuts. I went out and I got some Mucinex yesterday. I figured let me start exercising again, and I exercised and I started coughing like crazy, and oh my god, it's just like, I mean, one day I wish I could have like $1 billion worth of Kaspa, and I'll just invest in enhancing our immune systems or something, so we can cure the common cold or something, man. It's so goddamn annoying. Hopefully I don't start coughing. It's happening back in January. I was much sicker. I was worse in January. I was like 3 weeks sick in January, like really sick. But yeah. Feels weird being back down here in my place in the Gulf Coast. It's been a long time. It's been so long that this Gulf used to be called the Gulf of Mexico. Now it's called the Gulf of America. Yeah, and it feels weird without having my excavator. Yeah. I was looking at my garage. I got this big garage here. A lot of stuff. Got my side-by-side. Got this big mower. It's a big piece of property. And I was like, I sold that excavator so I can buy more Kaspa at 10, 11, and 12 cents. And I was in October. And I wanted to sell it as fast as possible before Trump gets in. You know, before he wins. Because I was thinking Kaspa is going to pump to like 50 cents in like November or December. And I was like, Trump's going to win. Bitcoin's going to make an all-time high, and so is Kaspa. It's going to pass 20 cents again. And it did not. No, I was on some really... I don't know, man. I don't know what emoji to put here. That's how I feel. Just getting punched in the balls. I was going nuts because I remember I just wanted to sell my excavator as fast as humanly possible. I went to the Kubota dealership. It's like, I don't want to sell it to an individual. I just want to get it sold. You know, like they're like, yeah, we can sell it really fast. And what I did was I was like, yeah, let's sell it fast. Let's put a fair price. He's like, no, you can get a little bit more. I'm like, no, I just want to sell it fast. You know. And I explained to him, you know, like I just want to invest in crypto and before Trump gets in and stuff like that. And it wasn't selling. The weeks were going by. And he was like, sometimes this happens. It's like, it's unusual, but sometimes it's you know, stuff out there on the lot just doesn't move. It just depends on the month. So I was like, let's lower the price. He was like, you sure? And he was like, yeah. And it's like, it still wasn't selling. A week later, he's like, this price is better than fair. I'm like, God damn, I want to sell it. And then it finally sold. And I started transferring that money over to put on Uphold, sending it out to XT&L Bank because Kraken wasn't available for Kaspa. Right, Kaspa wasn't available on Kraken, and And then it was like, I started buying, and then Trump won, and the price went to 11 cents, and I kept sending more out to XTNL Bank from Uphold, and it went to 12 cents. I was like, God damn it! And then Uphold blocked me. They gave me like a 60-hour or a 60-hour, I don't know, or a 3-day or something like that. Cool. They call it a cool down period. Saying you have too much activity. I'm like, damn. Anyway, that was that. It was like in the beginning of the year when I was buying Kaspa for like 10, 11, 12 cents when I was cashing out my Bitcoin. And then I had no idea Kaspa was going to drop down again to like 5 cents in freaking April. You know, March, April, man. It's nuts. But yeah, it's history, man. And man, I hope I don't start coughing right now. That's gonna be nuts. Yeah, that's like things are going to be wild this year. It's like we're already seeing a wild time the last week or so, right? We got Bitcoin doing all this. We got everything pumping. Bitcoin dominance went down by a couple percentage points, so that's looking very, very good. And I don't know if I can do this. That's what happens, man. If you can't keep you talking when you have this congestion, you can't stop coughing, man. Anyways, look again. You know, like I'm looking at this stuff like with Warren Buffett, you know, and Berkshire Hathaway and stuff like that, and stepping down and stuff. I mean, dude, you got to think the guy has like hundreds of billions of dollars and he's like 96 years old. Like, don't you think, don't you get to the point when you're like 90 years old? And you're like, look, I got like hundreds of billions of dollars. I'm like 90 plus years old. Why don't I just put all my money into investing and figuring out how to clone my body to like an 18-year-old and like transplanting my brain into a younger version of myself? I'm like, why don't these rich guys do that? I mean, I would do it. Yeah. What's going on, Brian? I don't know how long I can stay on today because I feel great. I was sick, like I was saying 6 days ago, and I recovered, but it's just this congestion, it just won't go away. Man, it's just nuts. I got some Mucinex. I figure let me chill with everybody. Got me a Twisted Tea, one of my favorite half and half Twisted Tea. But yeah, man, it's just so annoying. Just can't freaking talk sometimes. Just when are they gonna find a cure for the common cold? I'll tell you, man. One day, Kaspa is like worth, let's say, a couple bull runs down the road. Kaspa's worth like a few $100s per Kaspa. Holy crap, dude. I'm definitely going to try to invest in some sort of biotech type of stuff. You know, some people like to make spaceships and go to Mars, man. I just feel like, why can't you just like, you know, enhance your health, you know, so your body just fights off any disease or something. You don't have to take shady vaccines and all this other shit, man. It's just crazy. I don't know. But we're having a good week. I haven't been able to go online, but I've been active in Discord, making tons and tons of money, trading. My base tokens are freaking flying, man. They're soaring, man. Oh my God. It's amazing. Some good times. Fear and greed. It's all green. We had some good economic reports, very, very good. Our initial claims, you know, things are green, not everything, but yeah, I mean, things are pretty good. Didn't help Jerome Powell in his decision to not cut interest rates, but we'll see what happens. We get next CPI report next week. Let me do this. I'm gonna skip all this stuff. I found, you know me, I find all these memes Let's see, where are we here? We got, I just run through some memes. It's just chilling with you guys, watching some stuff. Because I can't talk that much. Yeah, this is, I don't understand what this one means. So this is Crypto Wendy. I follow her. I think I'm following her here too. Yeah, I'm subscribed to her on YouTube and stuff. 100 men versus Instacart. I'm not exactly sure what this means. Is this some sort of meme that I'm not aware of? That 100 men versus Instacart. I mean, I know what Instacart is, but if you guys know what that is, just drop a comment. I'm like, I don't. What is this? Instacart wins for sure. Damn, why you do us like that? I was like, I'm totally like right over my head. I have no idea what the hell this means. Anyways, that's that. Let's go through some memes right here. Let's go through the stuff that I found. Yeah, true that. Yeah, it is crazy. The amount of money you can make just by swing trading. Not only the pumps, but such volatility. You know, things pump like 50, 80, 100%, and then it drops like 40%. You sell when it goes up, you buy when it goes down, you increase your bags, keeps on increasing. Like the amount of trades I've made over the last, the last 7 days have been crazy. So it's not only the pumps, it's like you don't even have to put in extra cash. It's just increasing your bag just by the trading. It's unreal. And you get used to it, man, it's just awesome. What else we got going on here? There's other stuff going on. I'm gonna be careful how much I share here because I don't want to start talking and then coughing. There was a Brian Cohen that, yeah, it's some good stuff. Yeah, Bitcoin walked, Ethereum jogged, Solana sprinted. Kaspa, it went straight up time travel, 6,000 times faster than Bitcoin, 150 then faster than ETH, 4 times faster than Solana. Yeah, this is like I couldn't go live or make any videos the last like 7 days or so just because I can't freaking talk because I'm sick. But yeah, fucking amazing, man. Man, it's like Ninja Turtles. Yeah, man, it's just it's some good times. Good times are here. And I heard about this Ethereum upgrade, and then something like it's even more centralized now. I mean, I didn't really look into it, but I'm like, I don't know, like I was like, I had this thing with like Tron, like how do you get more centralized and centralized? You know, it's like just like delegated proof of stake with Tron and stuff like that. Yeah, other good news is like we got this crypto that we had this with OKX, right? With OKX mistakenly listing Kaspa, and then on like a blog page, and then they took it down. But this happens to be a page on crypto.com about Kaspa, and they're straight up leaving it up. They're not taking it down. So this is yeah, it's just like some more good news, right? I mean, yeah, totally awesome. You have this, yeah, look at this. Look at this greenish cyan color. I had a graphics designer that I deal with one time. I was like, what the hell color is this Kaspa? Because I can't put my finger on it. He's like, it's cyan. I was like, no, it's not. Then he showed me this 5 different versions of cyan. And it's like a greenish cyan. I was like, that's Kaspa. But yeah, this is Kaspa's color, and this is crypto.com. So other stuff. What's going on? Glitz Guru is here too. What's up? Yeah. How's it going? Yeah, I'm just chilling here. Yeah, just all this stuff that's just been floating around. There's a video, obviously I'm not going to show this here, it's 26 minutes, but this video from Brian Cohen.
Jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today, we're going to talk about Bitcoin. And I'd like to pose a simple question that we're going to dig into.
Yeah.
Is Bitcoin...
Yeah, it's all this stuff about liquidity. And he proposes that Bitcoin leads, not lags, global M2 money supply. Very interesting.
Actually lagging the global money supply, or is it in fact leading it? If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the sale on Into the Crypto.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not familiar with him, Benjamin Cohen, I just said, what if Bitcoin leads liquidity? If you want to, search for this in YouTube, but basically what he's saying is that what's been going around the last few months is that if you move the chart for global money supply, M2 money supply forward by 80 days or 100 days or whatever, that you can predict what Bitcoin is going to do. But to his credit, what he's saying is that if you had followed this back in 2011, that if you had waited for the top of global M2 money supply, you would have missed the top of Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin would have went down and would have sold at the bottom. So he's saying like this doesn't make sense. So what he did is he looked into it and sort of like what did he say? It's related to the value of the dollar decreasing. And then when the value of the dollar decreases, global M2 increases, right? And then Bitcoin precedes that, is what he's saying. So, yeah, I mean, I'd recommend looking into this video because over the last few months, when things are coming out about the money supply predicting Bitcoin's price, I was like, this is like a glitch in the matrix if this is true, because. And what Benjamin says, it's the same thing. It doesn't make any sense, because how could you have such an accurate predictor of risk assets? See if I mute myself when I cough. Oh my God, dude. Hate this, man. But yeah, it's dangerous. Like if we're looking at this chart, global M2, and we're thinking like right now we're in a run up. Right now, it's just getting started. And if we're looking at that global M2 chart, saying it's going to keep on going for another month, so I'm just going to hold. I'm going to hodl all the way through for the next month, and then what if the crypto market just goes down way before that happens, and you're still hodling? And then you just get absolutely wrecked. So it is very dangerous to follow that to that degree. Always remember to take your profits, guys. Yeah, I mean, just cash out. I'm not gonna be. I'm swing trading right now. I'm selling. I'm buying it back in, trying to make money. But I'm only gonna be doing this probably in a few more weeks, and it's gonna start getting dangerous to keep all your money tied up in these tokens, another month or from now. I mean, we'll see what happens, but we'll see. Just be wise. Let's watch some news. This is from, I thought it was from like a few hours ago. Let's watch some news so it can keep me from talking.
Today, Bitcoin touches the $103,000 level as the cryptocurrency continues its climb. Former Celsius CEO Alex Mashinsky is sentenced to 12 years in prison, and Katrina Paglia of Pantera discusses what's next after the Senate's stablecoin legislation failed to advance to a full vote. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Mackenzie Sigalos. Digital currencies are closing out the week in the green, a day after Bitcoin crossed $100,000 for the first time since February. Now, by noon Eastern, that cryptocurrency traded at $102,900, but at one point crossed above $103,000. Ether, meanwhile, jumped 12% to $2,300, and Solana climbed 6.5% to $170. Ether was a major winner for the week as well, rising nearly 25% in the past 7 days. Bitcoin climbed 6%, while the S&P was on pace to close the week just slightly lower. Okay, let's talk about the top story.
What do you guys think is going to be? Like, it's going to be like, at the next couple of months, is Bitcoin is going to get to like what, 120, 140? According to Colin Talks Crypto with that chart on X about Global M2, where is he? Let me see. Colin Talks Crypto. Let me just go there right now. Yeah. According to his chart, it's going to be like, what is it going to be like 180 or something like that? 170, 180? Oh man, I'm frozen. Anyway, that's fine. Okay. Let's get an image, not a video. This is a video. Where's the image? Dude, where's the image? Who's got videos, man? I just want to open up an image. All right, I guess I just open up the video. So,
and this is Colin Talks Crypto. This video, I'm going to talk about Global M2 as it relates to Bitcoin and how I specifically will avoid.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I don't know. So up here, it says it's like 170. This is what I'm saying. It's dangerous to keep following this. All right. Like I doubt that Bitcoin is get to like 170, 180 by July. I don't know. I have high hopes of Bitcoin and what it's going to get to this bull run, but I don't think it's going to happen in the next couple of months. But we'll see. I could be wrong. But
stories. Shares of Coinbase heading lower today after the company reported first quarter earnings that fell short of Wall Street's expectations. The company reported $2.03 billion in revenue, up from $1.64 billion a year ago, but not the $2.12 billion Wall Street had been anticipating. Coinbase also reported a 17% drop in trading volume compared to the fourth quarter, when crypto prices surged after President Trump's election victory. Coinbase's earnings came just hours after the company announced the largest crypto M&A deal on record, buying crypto derivatives firm Deribit for nearly $3 billion. At around midday, the stock had slipped about 2.5%. Next, Alex Mashinsky, the former CEO behind the collapsed crypto firm Celsius, was sentenced to 12 years in prison. Prosecutors accused Mashinsky of misleading investors about the safety of Celsius's yield-generating platform, while he secretly sold off tens of millions of dollars in his own personal holdings. Celsius filed for bankruptcy in July of 2022, just as the crypto meltdown reached a fever pitch. And a year later, Mashinsky was arrested alongside another key executive and charged by federal prosecutors who alleged fraud and securities manipulation. Those charges came just as Celsius entered a $4.7 billion settlement with the FTC. Then in December of last year, Mashinsky pleaded guilty to commodities fraud and a scheme to manipulate the Celsius token. As for the company, it emerged from bankruptcy in January of 2024 and began repaying $3 billion to creditors. It also created a Bitcoin mining business dubbed Ionic Digital. Finally, the Senate's stablecoin legislation has failed to advance to the Senate floor. The Genius Act needed 60 votes to make it to a floor vote, but only captured 48 votes in favor. 49 senators voted against the measure's advancement, while 3 senators didn't vote at all. Now, the setback comes after 9 Democrats, including 4 who actually voted for the Genius Act in committee, said over the weekend that they would no longer support the bill in its current form. The statement put out by Arizona Democratic Senator Ruben Gallego called out numerous issues with the bill, including AML and national security concerns. Now, those same Democrats said they were eager to work with their colleagues to address those issues. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, who pushed for Congress to pass crypto legislation while testifying before the House Financial Services Committee this week, posted on X saying the Senate missed an opportunity to provide leadership on digital assets.
Yeah, I don't even know about that. I want to see what their side of the story is. That was news to me. We'll see. National security. Anyways, what else we got going on? This is Cointelegraph. Anything interesting? I didn't pre-pick anything. I just opened it up. I don't know. Let me just move on and keep me from talking. What else we got? What other? Oh yeah, this is crazy. It says 53-year-old father deletes passcodes to Bitcoin. How the hell do you do something like that? 8.2 million. Dude, you should have like backup after backup if you have just like $100,000 worth of freaking crypto. It's like 8.2 million? It's crazy. Listen to this.
Oh my God! Help me! Help me! Help me, God! Oh my God! I deleted it! Oh my God! I fucking deleted it! Ah! Oh no! 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 How do I get it back? Oh God! How do I get it back? How do I get it back? Oh my God! Fucking delete it! Oh my God!
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, who is that? Like his daughter, son or daughter, or something like that. Somebody who the hell is recording him in a moment like that and put it online though? That's just crazy too. But other than that, like, what did he delete? His passcodes. I mean, it's like you delete it and then like you take it to a computer specialist to recover the file. As long as you just didn't, as long as you didn't, you know, add more. I mean, well, it all depends. That's SSD versus hard drives. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, the hard drive is different because then you add more files on top. It overwrites it, even though I don't know. You gotta do what you can, man. I don't know what. Why'd you have your passcodes right there on your computer? And I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, you gotta get. I mean, you gotta put your passcodes in your seed phrase, whatever you got. You put it in a fireproof bag, put it in the safe, spread it out, put it in different locations. There's duplicates of it. Yeah, I don't know what the hell is he doing. He's acting like it's like freaking year 2012 and nobody knows all that stuff. I don't know, man. Nuts. What else we got? All trains in Switzerland now sell Bitcoins. Yeah, I know, some Bitcoin. Yeah, that's cool. Bullish, why not? Yeah, it says when you recover all of your when you cover all your loss in 3 years of trading in just one month. Yeah, and then he's like, then you then you realize that you chose the correct profession. Yeah. This is like I don't know about 3 years, but I was explaining to people like in the first week of May, it's like I'm time traveling backwards into April, into March, into February, because my bags are increasing in value, right? Because everything just went so far down in this tariff season. What do you call it? This is like the bottom of the bottom, right? It's like things went so far down, it's just nuts. And then it's like get to a point where you just recovered, you know, right back to the point where you were in like February, you know, and hopefully it's going to be like traveling back to January, and it's just things are going to get better and better. So, yeah, this is a feeling of this past week. What else you got? How to be happy. Go to the gym, stack Bitcoin, sun your balls, eat steak, and sleep. Yeah. What else we got going on? Oh, look, another 100x, which I didn't buy. Yeah, we've been doing like a killing in my community. There's been like a bunch of coins where we've been having like a ton of multipliers. Where's my my other like this coin? House coin. Yeah, that's another up and coming coin, house coin. Yeah, the software in my community found this at a 5 million market cap. I think my entry was like, my lowest entry was 40 million. But yeah, it's like this was, you know, sent out to one of the channels in my community, because I have a lot of software in my community that just like finds good coins and seeks them out, different, you know, attributes of coins, and then says, hey, this is one of them. So yeah, it's like custom made software. Every time I say that in one of my videos, you know, I got a comment like, what's the name of the software that you use, or, you know, what's the plugin that you use in Discord and stuff like that. So it's all custom made. So link in the description below if you want to get in on that. But yeah, I think this is going to be an awesome play right here, house coin. I mean, I think in go places multiple billions. You know, just like Farcoin. So what is it right now? You know, Bitcoin dominance. House coin. So 79 million. Yeah, many multipliers. 80 million. Yeah, I'm very bullish on this particular coin. Yeah. What else? What else we got going on? I love this one. We've been trading for 5 years. And someone says, teach me for free. Yeah, that's something that's making me realize a lot of people in my community are like asking me advice, how to trade, how to overcome the fear, how to you know, how to cash out and you know, not be scared to hodl and then watch everything go down again, all this stuff like that, like what to trade. I mean, my main thing was like building software to find good coins and find and to enhance my trading. So I guess more advanced concepts, but people are actually asking me things like that about some of these basic things. What I'm doing right now, I'm putting together some courses so to help out my community members too, just to know, just to like put everything I know inside of some courses. Maybe I get more members too. Link in the description below. $20 a month, and you get around half off if you join for the year. I'm probably going to be raising prices once I get all that stuff together. So, yeah, let me share my Discord. Yeah, my Discord. Yeah, see stuff like that. This particular channel has been going crazy, right? So, so we get alerts, right, when any of our coins are reaching an all-time high, 20% away from all-time high, 10%, 5%, all-time high is reached. And, it helps. It helps us, to notify us so we can, cash out if we want to. So, I mean, there's all crazy amounts of software that, like we had a new KRC20 alert. KRC20s were, were really, really the hype. I have my buy and sell alerts. I have new coin alerts. You know, whenever there's a new coin comes in from CoinMarketCap, and it's easy. It's pretty cool because you can just you look at the thumbnails, you know, like, you know, you're like, okay, this probably sucks, right? But it's like, oh, maybe it has like $4 million in volume already, you know, so maybe I'll just click on it and check it out. I'm not going to click here because this is only for members. My insider alert, this is one of the things that it finds new coins. Like almost like a lot of the coins in my community, they just pump like crazy, and we find them like crazy early. Like Fartcoin, we found a 30 million market cap. Like I just said, Housecoin was at 5 million. There's been a lot of the insider alert, the Dex alert finds them earlier than the insider alert, and this is like a backup to the Dex alert. I mean, it's just crazy amounts of stuff. When any coins get a new centralized exchange, we get notified, and the coins in our watch list, so we don't have to like go to CoinMarketCap and like, you know, this has like 19 centralized exchanges. Did it have 18 yesterday? And you're like, no, like we know exactly when the coins get a new centralized exchange, like what exchange it got listed on, when it got listed, and so on. It's like, I mean, this is all the stuff that, you know, that I've been, you know, creating this community. But now I think there's more of a need for people to know like a lot of the basic stuff, like how to trade, what to trade, and all the other stuff. So I'm going to be making some courses. So link in the description below. Community is called Crypto Rich if you want to become crypto rich. And this is just awesome. All right. You can't get all that knowledge for free. You can't be making like millions of dollars and it's like, you know, just out of the blue. Takes time too. What else? Oh yeah. Yeah, this is fun. Yeah. So $100 in 1998 got you that much groceries, and now it's just like, yeah, it's just like, it's not much. I mean, I just today spent $200 in the grocery store, and I mean, I don't know. I got more than what's showing in this cart. Obviously, 200, but not 100. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, but still, it just goes to prove, it's just nuts. One Bitcoin gets you all. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's like that's a life. This is a life without inflation. Speaking of which, I thought gas prices are going down. Like I said, I came down here in Alabama again. Regular gas was like $2.73. I'm like New York is like $3. I thought Alabama's gas was like significantly lower than New York. It's like, is gas going up again? I just noticed that coming back from the supermarket just before, but anyways, what else we got? Why do you want to become a trader? To share love. To share love. Because women love money. Of course. That's why. All right. What else we got going on? What? Oh, I guess I deleted this meme that I had here. Oh, well. What? What is this? Oh, all right. Bitcoin 100K, Bitcoin 150, 72K sellers. Yeah, that's funny. I sold at 95 and I bought back in at 75. No, still holding. So, yeah. I did sell Yeah, that is. I did sell. I sold just it was much less because it was more risky. It was 2 weeks ago on a Monday, and this is a day in the news where they said Bitcoin deviated from. It was a divergence from normal markets because usually Bitcoin follows the market, and so Bitcoin was at 85K, and there was some bad news today. I think China retaliated with tariffs, or China did something where they're threatening other countries to not do business with the U.S. Or something like that. And the stock market went down. It was like a bad news day. And the stock market, the Dow went down by like 100 points. And Bitcoin, instead of going down, went to 80 from 85 to 87. I was like, you know, let me just sell for the hell of it, like 0.001 of Bitcoin, you know, like so it was like 800 something dollars. And I was like, I'll just buy back in when it goes down to like 82, because it doesn't make sense that Bitcoin is going up and it's got to go down because the environment out there is bad. And it went to 87 and it just didn't go back down. So it just kept pumping. It was like 88, 89, and 90. And it's like, before you know it, it's where it is today. It was like 2 weeks ago, right? So it was in the news, and you know, the articles and everybody was talking about it. Bitcoin made its first real divergence from the market. I was like, it shouldn't have happened. I was like, I know it shouldn't have happened. I was like, that's why I sold. So, and it wasn't much, and it was just $800. And I was like, okay, well, here's what I'll do. I'll just put the $800 into dogging me. I was like, I'm bullish on dogging me on base, so let me just put the $800 in dogging me. Yeah, but that was an interesting day. Not only was it an interesting day because of that divergence, and it was, you know, everybody was talking about it, just because I actually I made a play based on it, and it was a bad play. I mean, it was bad. I mean, I just swapped it, you know, into dogging me eventually, so that was fine. But yeah, it's interesting. So this time is different. 100K, 120. Yeah. Yeah, we're probably gonna get to 120, I think, you know, next couple of months. So yeah, we'll see. All right. Yeah. 793 million shares have been liquidated in crypto in the last 24 hours. That's crazy funny. Yeah. Yeah, people are betting against Bitcoin. Like this time they lost out, right? So, yeah. Yeah, that's another funny one. Fucking retards. Bears, yeah. I forgot about this one. Yeah. Oh, what did I? This is the 8th. Yeah, I guess I found these like 2 days ago. Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy funny. What else is out there? Fear and greed. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So next chances of rate cut is 15%. In June, which is much better than 2.7%. We had a chance of a rate cut for last week. Only 2.7%. I am guessing that CPI is going to be very, very good for us. It's going to be very low inflation. I think then the next CPI reading is like Wednesday of next week. Which should hopefully increase this 15% to something greater than 15%. For a chance of a rate cut, hopefully. I don't see it. I don't like. I think there's I saw Milton Friedman or yeah, just saying something about, tariffs couldn't possibly cause inflation. Inflation is only caused by government. It's just because inflation is an increase of the money supply, not an increase of prices just because of tariffs, right? If you buy 3 different things and the prices rise for those 3 things, or maybe you can only buy 2 of them. So it's not like, I don't know. I guess it gets complex, but it's like it goes to show you the last CPI reading, then that's the last CPE, consumer consumption, personal consumer, what is it? Expenditures and so on, CPE, and then CPI before that, and then there was a PPI, producer price index. Over the last few weeks, everything's just been coming out lower. So will CPI come out, higher next week? I don't know. So far, it doesn't seem to be following that pattern where everybody thinks price is gonna be higher. But we'll see. What else we got going on? Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night. Link in the description below. Join my community, Crypto Rich. You need help with something? Let me know. Need my advice, how to trade, when to trade, things like that. That's what I've been doing recently. So yeah, be my pleasure. And like I said, I'm creating courses right now. So yeah, all this good stuff. And you get a shot at using my software. All that stuff, all those goodies. I mean, there's even more than I just showed you before, but yeah. I will catch you guys later. So you know what? I'm gonna leave you with a video. I left you with a video about stagflation a couple weeks ago that I made. It was like I made it like 2 years ago, something like 2-3 years ago. I figured let me do that at the end of my live streams. I can leave you with a video. This video is goes back at least 3 years. If you've seen any of the videos on my channel, I have different characters. Like I'm Code Monkey Mike. I introduced another character called Code Monkey Ming. It's in some of my videos. In some of my videos, there's about different things. Like this is called getting beat up for a laptop. So this is where I introduced the character Code Monkey Ming. So click that like button and the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, of course. And I'll catch you guys later. And let's see, here's the video.
So I got a new laptop. I mean, like an awesome laptop. So a little backstory here is that I use all 3 operating systems, right? Windows, Mac, and Ubuntu. And this time around for my video editing, I've chosen to use a Windows laptop.
Did I hear you say you got a Windows laptop?
How'd you get out of the basement?
I asked you a question.
Yeah?
Why would you do such a thing?
Because I thought I should give it a try.
We have to maintain a certain image around here.
Damn it, Code Monkey Ming, get back in the basement. You're ruining my video.
I said we have to maintain a certain image around here. I'm gonna take this laptop and I'm gonna throw it away.
Okay, Ming, that did it. I didn't want to play rough here, but you're asking for it. I'm gonna get you back in the basement one way or another.
20 minutes later.
Okay, you guys, I took care of that. That was my business partner, Code Monkey Ming. I usually keep him down in the basement. But sometimes when I say the W word, he turns into the Hulk, and man, it's really difficult to wrestle him back down. He knows karate. Pretty tough. It was one hell of a brawl. I recorded the fight, and I can show you guys in a moment. But first, I know you guys came here to see the best laptop for productivity. So it's an MSI GE76 Raider. I mean, look at this. This thing is built like a Porsche. And like I said, I also use Mac. So you look here. reminds me of a Mac, you know? And you know, it reminds me of a time when I used to make fun of Mac users and say it was so hard and heavy. You know, before I was a Mac user, I used to make fun of Mac users. So here's a Mac, right? So I used to tell Mac users, right, that I was gonna take this chain. Well, first I would tell them I wanted to go fishing, right? I want to pick up a hobby and go fishing, so I was going to buy a rowboat, right? So what I was going to do was I was going to go out on the rowboat and I was going to take this Mac with me and I was going to take this chain and I was just going to weld it right to the Mac and I would throw it overboard, right? So I can actually use the Mac as an anchor. But yeah, so Jackie Chan could probably do some real serious damage with one of these things, right? So I learned to respect it. But about my chosen laptop, it comes with the fabulous Intel's 12th generation Core i9 processor, which features an astounding 20 cores and an astonishing 20 threads. And it comes with the W operating system and the amazing NVIDIA GeForce RTX 380 Ti graphics card. Impressively, processing videos in 1/4 the amount of time it did on a previous MSI laptop that I bought 4 years ago. This godly graphics card makes you feel more powerful. Thick pieces of mighty metal are used for the main deck and the lid cover and barely budge when pressed hard. There's a Mystic Panorama Aurora lighting design running through the metallic built chassis. It brings vibes that will make you feel powerful. Incredibly, this design contains droves of I/O ports. On the right side, it has not one, but 2 splendid USB Gen 1 Type A ports, as well as a remarkable SD card reader slot. On the left side, it has a stupendous USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A port and a world-class combo audio jack, which supports unmatched high-resolution audio. In the rear, we have a wonderful display port and a magnificent USB-C port that supports Thunderbolt 4. Plus a breathtaking Intel Killer Ethernet 3100G to receive the most superb internet you've ever dreamed of. And last but most certainly not least, you have this super duper DC import. Yeah, so here's that clip of that brawl between me and Code Monkey Ming that I told you about.
Hours later.
You know, Code Monkey Ming was right after all. I was editing this video when it started to become dark outside and I was glued to the computer, you know, focused on my work. And then I realized that the keyboard backlight wasn't turning on. And I was like, what's going on? And I tried to troubleshoot it and I just couldn't get it to turn on. So then I searched online and I found that there were hundreds of people complaining about the same thing. It seems that the SteelSeries software that controls the keyboard backlight updated and installed something incompatible. And somehow Code Monkey Ming knew this was going to happen. I'm done. I've had it. I'm going to throw away this laptop and I'm done. I'm going to switch back to Mac. I've had enough of this. Stupid Windows making everything difficult. Oh. He heard me.
Code Monkey, Code Monkey.